Chapter 8: The Secrets Beneath the Scoop. The blueprints were never meant to be read again. Not because they were dangerous, not because they were forbidden, but because they were forgotten on purpose. The ones who remember were not a faction, not an order, not even a department. They were simply a group of beings, some engineers, some janitors, some gardeners, who had once known Mira by another name. They met in silence, spoke only when needed, kept keys in their socks and passwords in lullabies. Rin didn't know where to find them, but Pax did, or rather, his dreams did. He followed the pattern that whispered to him in reverse, step by step, until he found himself standing at the back of the old hydroponic lab where ivy had taken over the consoles like gossiping vines. There, beneath a loose panel in the floor, was a ladder. There, at the bottom, was a door. Rin followed, hand on her satchel, mind spinning. "You never told me there were people behind the reset," she whispered. "I didn't remember." "Until last week," Pax replied, "and then only when I started dreaming in diagrams." The door opened with no lock, only recognition. Inside the chamber were 6 figures seated in a ring, their faces partly obscured by low-hung lanterns made of recycled scanner glass. There was a turtle with glowing lines etched across his shell, a beetle in a grease-streaked apron, a woman with storm-colored eyes and fingers stained in blue ink, an owl, a silver-scaled lizard, and someone no one could quite look at directly. They did not speak to greet Pax or Rin. They simply hummed a chord, and Mira shivered. "We were waiting," said the woman with ink-stained hands. "You always are," Pax replied. She placed a thick binder on the floor between them. It looked ancient. Rusted rings, frayed edges. Its cover bore no title, only the etched outline of a single, floating light. "Why did you erase them?" Rin asked. "Why bury the truth?" The beetle spoke, "Because remembering it made us build faster. And building too fast on unstable dreams, well, that's how the first drift collapse happened." Rin felt the weight of the binder as she picked it up. Inside, sketches, equations, scribbled arguments, symbols that seemed to glow faintly at the edges. "Mira was more than a station," Pax murmured, flipping pages. "It was a promise, one we broke, one we hid." The turtle nodded, but promises leave echoes. And far above them, as if summoned by those very echoes, the floatlights in Sector J began to flicker, not with decay, but with rhythm. 1, 2, 3, pause. 1, 2, 3, pause. Heartbeat. The station was listening.